So Dr. Cynthia Larkin, and I'm the principal of Morse High School. I got into education in the year 2000. I started actually as a teacher here at Morse High School. Honestly, I became an educator because I really wanted to be a positive influence in the lives of kids of color. Growing up in Tracy, California, it was more so less diverse. When I was in high school, there wasn't an African American history class or a literature class, and I didn't really know a lot about African American history and literature until I went to college. I didn't want others to experience what I experienced, and so becoming a teacher was my way of kind of giving back. And then I became a vice principal at Claremont High School, also pursued my doctorate at San Diego State in educational leadership, and then the entire admin team retired here at Morse, and I came back as principal. I taught 11th grade English my third year here at Morse. That was like 2003. And I taught American literature. And I remember just being bored. Like, you know, the textbook wasn't very engaging, didn't really kind of like encapsulate enough about African Americans in our journey. I actually piloted a course that was called American Literature Through the African American Perspective. We're still offering the course that I piloted back in 2003. It's still happening, you know, 20-something years later here at Morse High School. One of the major things that are happening really that I'm constantly trying to navigate and combat is the stereotypes that people have of our kids of color, especially our African American students. We still have a lot of students, like our D&F rate for African American students here at Morse High School is still higher than all other ethnicities. I feel that when you have teachers and staff members who look negatively, and sometimes they really are not aware of their own bias, you know, but the bias is absolutely there because our kids feel it. I have kids come to me and they tell me about the things that teachers say to them, the way they feel treated and the way they feel seen or not cared for in classrooms, and the lack of high expectations, and all of those things chip away at you on some level. And so I really feel like for me, that's a major issue that we're still dealing with in education, is the lack of awareness of how we show up for our students. I will say that right now we have a student advisory council here at Morse High School that I started this year as my way of trying to make sure that we're advocating for student voice. I also have empathy interviews with students where we call in our African American students, and we've asked them questions about their experience here at Morse, and then we have that. Then we share that with our staff members, because student voice is so powerful, and you can't deny the impact you have on kids when you hear it directly from their mouths. So that's something that I really am passionate about, and also I really think again that our students need to see themselves in the literature more.
Check it.
I would say that my legacy as a Black educator would be that she cared, she was an equity leader, she was an equity warrior. I did fight the good fight on some level, and I really cared about students, I cared about Morse in our community, and I'm hoping that people feel as though I made a lasting change on the lives of students as well as educators, and even my colleagues as administrators.